The idea that your amygdala hijacks your brain when you're stressed, turning you into a fear-driven and incoherent mess, is pop psychology trope that's been peddled harder than a dodgy used car. It's just not true. Now, the amygdala, which is your brain's almond-shaped fear and emotion processor, is not some James Bond style baddie stroking a weird-looking cat and laying in wait to stage a hostile takeover of your prefrontal cortex, so your PFC. And your PFC is the part of the brain responsible for handling rational decisions when working correctly, and the one which has you gobbling down both apple turnovers because they should taste great and your partner just isn't into sweet things. Maybe that's just me. Now, trust me, stress did not make me want to eat the apple turnovers. That was pure desire. And boy, were they not only delicious, but they were also worth the carb restriction the next day. Anyway, back to the amygdala hijack myth, which was popularized by Daniel Goleman in the 1990s, which drastically oversimplifies the neuroscience. So, peddling the faux science, which results in you being stuck with the idea that you're a slave to stress in the same way you're stuck with the overbearing mother in law. Thankfully, you don't have to divorce your amygdala in the same way that you need to divorce your partner to escape said mother in law. Research shows no such hijacking occurs. Instead, the amygdala simply ramps up its activity in conditions like anxiety, depression, or PTSD, which leads to an increase in fear avoidant behaviors over pleasure seeking one. Your PFC isn't shoved into a cupboard like last year's wardrobe mistakes. It stays perfectly online, working with the amygdala to process emotions. And studies using fMRI show that the PFC modulates amygdala responses even under stress, meaning you're not hacked, but navigating a complex interplay of desire versus fear avoidance. So, for example, in PTSD, amygdala hyperactivity, which is increased levels of activity, pairs with reduced levels of PFC regulation. Most importantly, it's a consistent feedback loop, not a full-blown CI-led regime change coup. Now, believing in this myth will only ever keep you trapped in a victim mindset, making you think stress robs you of control. In reality, your brain is a team player, amygdala and PFC included, giving you the power to manage stress with practice. And it's high time to ditch the hijack hype. You're not a damsel in distress, but a decision maker with a fully functioning brain. So here's how you can use this newfound knowledge to slow down the over-eager amygdala and heal. Number one, reject victim narrative. So knowing that your amygdala doesn't hijack your brain enables you to take control. Using simple techniques such as deep breathing or grounding, you can rapidly calm amygdala activity during stress, soothing yourself back into a place of peace. Now, once there, don't forget to do the thing that you were supposed to be doing when the stress kicked in. Otherwise, you'll only be increasing your avoidance habit. Number two, strengthen PFC control. So common therapeutic practices from mindfulness to CBT have been proven to boost prefrontal cortex regulation, reducing fear-driven reactions and rewiring the trauma response. Now, the biggest mistake people make when using these tools is not doing them consistently and persistently in the good times, which means they're about as useful as a chocolate teapot when you need them the most. Number three, shift to pleasure seeking. So counter fear avoidance by intentionally engaging in joy-sparking activities such as music or hobbies, which not only help to balance the amygdala-driven emotions, they also ramp up serotonin production, giving you the increased passages of time in the cool, calm, and collected state rather than the stressed, shouty, and scared state. And number four, reframe stress. And FYI, this is the super secret to long-term happiness that no one seems to talk about. So instead of seeing stress in the same way you see your opponent buying up all the properties on the same row of the Monopoly board, see stress as a signal. And the most important step to healing is recognizing when things are going haywire. Stress is your beacon, telling you to take immediate action to chill out and deal with the unhelpful complications in your life. And the faster you take note and take action, the quicker you heal. If, however, you do what 99% of the people do and adopt the keep calm, carry on mentality, at some point, all that shit you've been shoving down will come back to bite you in the ass hard. So take it from me, your mind is not confused, it's perfect. You've just got to do what it's telling you, especially if doing so will enable you to reach your dreams. So have a fantastic Wednesday and I'll see you next week. P.S. Feeling stuck in that stress trap? Let Happiness Hacks Lab flip the script. So dive into the video, How to Stop Your Journaling Practice Killing You, and download the step-by-step worksheets to safely rewire your amygdala, PFC and ditch anxiety. Grab the worksheets and join now, links in the description.